Imagine a remote farm in 1922 Bavaria, blanketed in fresh snow. Footprints lead to the house, but eerily, none lead away. Inside, an entire family lies brutally murdered. Their killer vanished into thin air. This is the haunting riddle of Hinterkaifeck, a case so baffling it has confounded investigators for over a century. If you watch until the end, you'll discover the chilling details that make this one of Germany's darkest unsolved mysteries. Our story begins on March 31st, 1922, at the isolated Hinterkaifeck farm, nestled deep in the Bavarian countryside. This remote location would soon become the scene of unspeakable horror. The victims were the Gruber family, patriarch Andreas, his wife Kazilia, their widowed daughter Victoria Gabriel, and her two young children, Kazilia and Joseph. Just hours before the massacre, a new maid, Maria Baumgartner, had also arrived. Days leading up to the murders were filled with an unsettling prelude. Andreas Gruber reported finding mysterious footprints in the snow leading from the forest to the farm, but none leading back. He also mentioned strange noises coming from the attic, as if someone was moving within the house. The family's house key even went missing, hinting at an unseen presence. On April 4th, neighbors, concerned by the family's absence and the smoke still rising from the chimney, went to investigate. What they discovered inside the barn and house would forever haunt the region. 4 family members were found in the barn, stacked on top of each other, brutally murdered with a pickaxe. The new maid and young Joseph were later found inside the house. The ensuing investigation was immediate and extensive. Detectives scoured the farm, but initial clues only deepened the mystery. There was no sign of forced entry, suggesting the killer was either known to the family or had a key. Even more bizarre, it appeared someone had lived at the farm for several days after the murders. Food had been eaten from the kitchen, and the cattle had been fed. A neighbor even reported seeing smoke from the chimney over the weekend. Was the killer hiding in plain sight, living alongside their victims for days? Over 100 suspects were interviewed, from disgruntled former farmhands to local tramps and even family members with dark secrets. Yet, every lead led to a dead end. No motive, no weapon, no clear suspect ever emerged. The most compelling theory suggests the killer was someone intimately familiar with the farm and its inhabitants. The missing house key and the undisturbed nature of the property point to a calculated internal threat. Some speculate it was a former lover of Victoria, or perhaps a drifter who had sought refuge in the attic, only to be discovered. The true identity of the perpetrator remains shrouded in mystery. The Hinterkaifeck farm was demolished in 1923, just a year after the murders, as if to erase the memory of the horrors it held. Only a memorial cross stands there today. In 2007, forensic students at the Polizeiakademie Bayern re-examined the case using modern techniques. They reportedly identified a main suspect, but professional secrecy prevented his name from being released to the public. The skulls of the victims, crucial evidence, were sent to Munich for examination, but were tragically lost during World War II. A final, cruel twist in an already bewildering case. A century later, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain a chilling testament to a killer who vanished, leaving behind only questions and a legacy of terror. Someone out there knows the truth. If you're as fascinated by unsolved mysteries as we are, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the dark files of history. What case should we open next?